OK, well, let's chat to the Middle East analyst Nabila Ramdani, who joins me in the studio now. It's good to see you. Thanks very much indeed for coming in. I mean, that's the first challenge for this man, isn't it? Convincing the 49 point whatever % of the population that didn't vote for him that he's going to be there for them.
Yes, indeed, and he made it abundantly clear straight away, I mean, during his campaign and indeed after we've heard of his victory, that he wants to be the president of all Egyptians, and his number one priority will be to unite the country. And he promised an inclusive government which would be made up of liberals, but also Christian secularists and indeed women. So his aim will be to reconcile the deeply divided society that he's inherited.
I mean, he's resigned as his post in the Muslim Brotherhood. He stepped down from the political wing of the party. But his relationship with the military is going to be the key thing that people will be watching. How he responds to the challenges that are there. Quite frankly, the fact that they've taken a lot of power away from the presidency.
Absolutely, and the military has in fact not only consolidated but increased its power on the very eve of the second round of the presidential election, starting with the dissolution of parliament, but also of the crucially of the assembly, which is in charge of drafting the new constitution of Egypt. And effectively a transfer of the legislative powers have gone to the military, making also sure that the new president of Egypt will have extremely limited powers. He will, for example, not be commander-in-chief. He will not be able to declare war. The president will be sworn in before the military instead of a now dissolved parliament. So, extremely limited powers. But we, historically, the Muslim Brotherhood has always been a pragmatic, well-organized group. So we're expecting to see a strategic new president who will make sure to expand his power base. He
said that, of course, his policies are going to have an Islamic tinge, I think is the way that it's been put. He's not going to be hardline. There will be a moderate Islamic reference. But he is going to be under pressure, isn't he, from Islamists, from Salafists, who will want to see the secular nature of the country gradually eroded away.
Yes, indeed, and he's put it in very glamorous terms when he promises a renaissance with Islamic foundation. But I don't think we should be fooled. He's also very much aware of the dire economic realities of the country. Egypt has been in decline economically over many years and has suffered chronic problems. So his top priority will be to fix the economy. 40% of Egyptians live below the poverty line. Youth unemployment is particularly high, and he will have to deliver on the revolutionary slogan of people asking for bread, freedom and social justice. I think it would be ridiculous to try to portray Morsi as a sinister, insular president who will be willing to withdraw Egypt to some sort of, religious, caliphate. He's, of course, has a doctorate from an American university, the University of South Carolina, and he will have the immense task ahead to make sure that Egyptians do have bread on the table.
The military maintain control for foreign policy. Mr. Morsi, he cannot select the defence minister, although he can select his own cabinet. But when it comes to external relations, the military is still very much in control. Does that mean then that we're not going to see a shift in the relationship, say, with the United States and Israel?
Well, that's a crucial aspect of Egypt's foreign policy. These two countries are key to Egypt's role in the region. The Muslim Brotherhood has made it clear throughout its campaigning that he will not renegotiate the peace treaty with Israel. Its aim is to maintain cordial relationship with its neighbour. As I was saying, they have a domestic task, huge ahead. So they will be primarily concerned with domestic matters. As far as their relationship with America is concerned, they are very much dependent on American aid. So that will be crucial to try and stabilize the country economically. And of course, the military is also dependent on American aid for their own expenses.
Indeed. OK, Nabila Ramdani, it's good to have you in. Thanks for joining us.